Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. My name is Cameron. I'm a speech language pathologist. I'm here with another ClinicSource tips and tricks video for you. Now, if you find these videos helpful, please smash a like down at the bottom. Hit subscribe. That'll keep you up to date with the newest content that I am releasing. If you have any questions or if you're having a problem with ClinicSource, leave a comment and I'll be able to answer that question, or if enough people are having the same issue, I will make a video about it. All right, let's get started. So today we are going to talk about how to fix issues with font sizing and the text when it starts to appear differently in your reports. Sometimes we'll have a box, a component that has like some drop downs in it, some text boxes, and all of a sudden you're saving your report to send out, and you notice that, well, this font is bolded. This one is a different text than this one. This one has this is larger than that. So this video is gonna teach you how to fix everything so it looks clean, it looks neat, it looks professional. All right, so we are all busy, so let's get started. All right, so log into ClinicSource. Remember, we do everything from setup, and all of our component creations go in templates. So we need to click templates. And for this video, I'm gonna just demonstrate this editing kind of font process in my own template. So I'm gonna open up mine. These are all kind of custom components. I'm gonna create videos with how to do things like creating text boxes, some drop downs, check boxes, just to make your life easier, make your reports go quicker. So for this video, I'm gonna work here in the oral mechanism box that I have. So I'm choosing this one because this has a bunch of different drop downs. You'll find that a lot of the components that already exist for ClinicSource, that when you use them, you're noticing it's these drop downs that are really having issues with being the correct font, being the correct font size. Some are bold, and so I want to be able to show you kind of all these different elements and how you fix it. So first thing is, I'm just going to kind of mess around with this a little bit. Make this font this. Gonna make this bold. So you may have seen plenty of times in your own reports that this is the kind of stuff that shows up when you are ready to print that eval. It's really frustrating. It looks really unprofessional. It's not very clean. There's a very simple way to do this. So what you're going to want to do, you come up here, you'll see these kind of 4 arrows pointing into each other. This is the select all button. Select everything, come over here to the font. I choose Arial, choose whatever font you think looks best. Choose the size. You'll notice that for some reason, what displays in the font and text box does not change. It still says 16, and it still says this like Seago whatever font. That does not accurately reflect what's actually on the screen. You'll notice that when I click these, watch the text over here. You'll see that it changes. See how even though it says 16, I just clicked 18, so I'm going to click 12. It'll shrink, but again, it's not changing. I don't know why it does this. This is just a bug. This is kind of stuff that happens. So selecting all, oops, I'm going to do it again for the bold. You can see that now everything kind of looks neat. By hitting select all, you're making sure that everything you type in a drop-down box, or if you have a blank box, like one of these 2 types of boxes like this, you're making sure that the font and text size are going to be correct, because when you embed one of these drop downs or a checkbox or something like that into your component, it defaults to whatever it has in the system, and I've been finding that default kind of switches around, so it's not going to automatically know what type of text that you're using, and that's why these are the kind of pieces in your component that end up looking different when you're ready to print. So hit select all, because then that will actually capture everything. You could highlight, but you can see that when you're highlighting, you see how these text boxes and drop downs are not really, they're not showing blue. So it's kind of hard to tell whether everything you've typed in there is being edited. I find before that I've highlighted stuff and it ends up not working. It's just a safer bet just to hit select all. It is much simpler to do it that way. And then everything will be lined up. So after you have that, just hit save. I'm not going to save this. I made some changes. But again, you can do the same thing if things are showing up bold, underlined, italicized. And then what you're going to do, you're going to want to make sure that the changes you made actually worked. So I recommend that everybody has a patient test on their caseload. So this is someone that you just test your components out, your new evals that you're doing, just to make sure that before you start writing a new eval for a child on your caseload, that everything is actually working fine. So I'm not going to show that here just because the patient test that I have also is with a list of all the other kids that I see. In HIPAA, I really can't show you that. So what you want to do is just go to your documentation, hit like new eval report on patient test, go down to the component that you edited. So for instance, for me, it's going to be this box right here. And then just start checking these boxes. I would do every single one of them to make sure they work. Same with these little boxes. Just write like test in them, check everything, and then save the report. Then open it back up because that will show you kind of what it's going to look like when it's printed. Go down to that box, make sure that everything looks like it's the same size, the same font, how you want it to be. Okay? And that's just a good way to know if it looks good there, it's going to look good on the report when you send it out, when you print it, however you do it. But make sure you check, if you have drop downs, that you check every single one of them, because that could be, if you leave one, it could be that one that doesn't look right. If you wanted something to be a different size, like you had a heading or something, like my headings are different, then you can just highlight those and change it just like we did for when we did select all. But do those individually. That's going to be the easiest thing for you to do. All right, so that is how you fix those issues with font and text size. So let me know if you find this video helpful. Hit a like if you did. Leave a comment. If you have more questions or for some reason you've tried this solution and it's not working, I may be able to help you with that. All right. Thanks again for checking out my videos. I'll have more videos to come. So subscribe if you want to see those videos. All right. Thank you.